Good morning, everyone. I'm Ganesh Markada, and I serve as the Chief Financial Officer for Visionary Innovations. Today, I'll present an integrated overview of how managerial accounting supports our company's strategic objectives, particularly as we prepare to launch our new line of energy efficient devices. This presentation consolidates three parts, part one being financial insights, part two, ethical considerations, and the part three as leadership and growth to show how cost analysis, ethical decision making, and transparent leadership can work together to enhance profitability, foster trust, and build a sustainable culture of innovation. So, by the end of this session, you'll see how managerial accounting is not only simply about tracking numbers, but also about enabling long term growth, value driven leadership, and organizational resilience. So, yeah, agenda. Today, this is our roadmap for today's presentation. Part one will recap about financial insights, including job order costing, budgeting, and cost volume profit analysis, which is CVP analysis. And part two will revisit ethical considerations, focusing on pricing, cost allocation, and performance measurement ethics. And whereas part three will focus on leadership and growth, where we'll be exploring decision making, trust building, and creating a culture of transparency. So we'll wrap up the presentation with an action plan and a conclusion, connecting managerial accounting principles to the long-term organizational growth. Part one, job order costing and costing behaviors. So here we have developed a job order costing system to ensure precise cost tracking for each production batch. This is essential for visionary innovations because our energy efficient devices can vary in materials and specifications. And direct materials and labor are tracked on job cost sheets, while overhead costs are allocated fairly at $20 per direct labor hour. So this kind of promotes fairness, prevents cost distortion, and supports accurate pricing decisions. We have also applied CVP analysis to determine our break-even point of 1,600 units, meaning that we must sell 1,600 units before generating any profit. This knowledge kind of allows us to plan production volumes and set targets confidently. So part two, second half of the part one, which is like budgeting and the various variance analysis. So like budgeting, of course, like you all know, provides financial roadmap for the new product line. We have built a master budget that covers sales forecast, production requirements, and cost planning. And whereas the variance analysis highlights areas where we deviate from what was expected. So yeah, variance analysis gives kind of if you're on the right track or not. So for example, you can see a table here. Materials came in 15 k dollars over budget, but labor came in 10K dollar under budget due to efficiency gain. This process supports early corrective action and also by using participatory budgeting where department heads help set targets, we improve accuracy and buy. This fosters ownership and accountability across teams. So yeah, part two, let's talk about ethical pricing and cost allocation. So we have implemented true cost pricing, which includes environmental compliance costs and social responsibility spending in our product pricing as well. So this kind of ensures we remain profitable while also maintaining transparency about the cost of sustainable initiatives. So like fair overhead allocation avoids one product line subsidizing another, and transport cost reporting builds stakeholder trust and reinforces visionary innovations commitment to equity. Another key part of the ethical considerations is performance performance measurement ethics. So, performance measurement must encourage ethical and balanced behavior, not just profit maximization. We use a balanced scorecard approach that tracks financial performance, customer satisfaction, internal efficiency, as well as sustainability metrics. Employee compensation is partly tied to ESG outcomes to promote responsible decision making. Also, we have transparent dashboards which keep everyone aligned with the organizational goals. This approach avoids creating pressure that leads to corner cutting and ensures long-term value creation. And the final part, which is the decision-making enhancement, this is actually where the managerial accounting really helps or like shines for leadership. So like KPIs help managers focus on resources on the most impactful activities. Cost benefit analysis. This allows us to weigh cost savings against the risks like reputational damage or employee turnover. The triple bottom line or the PPP, people, profit, and planet, ensures investments reflect not only financial but also environmental and social impact. And the last one, various variance analysis. This enables rapid response to deviations, allowing course corrections before they actually harm performance. Together, these tools give leadership a structured ethical framework for decision making. So, yeah, building organizational trust. We all know trust is a foundation of high performing teams. Trust, like transparent cost reporting removes perceptions of bias. Clear performance metrics make evaluations fair and objective. Also, participatory budgeting invites collaboration and make employees feel heard, whereas the job costing transparency helps project teams understand their impact on profitability, which motivates them to contribute to the efficiency improvements. Like, how do we create a culture or environment of transparency? We all know transparency must be built into organization's DNA. So, how do we do that? Open book management and regular financial updates keep employees informed. Quarterly performance reviews create feedback loops and encourage two-way communication, whereas cross-department sharing of cost insights fosters collaboration and innovation. Also, employees are encouraged to propose cost-saving measures, reinforcing shared responsibility for results. Organizational growth. So, managerial accounting enables visionary innovations to connect daily decisions with strategic goals. So, financial insights help us guide R&D investment and innovation priorities. Cost analysis identifies inefficiencies that can be eliminated to free up resources. Also, performance measurement drives continuous improvement, turning data into organization learning that supports the long-term growth of the company. Transparency leadership in action. So, transparency leadership is all about leading with empathy, vision, and ethical clarity. Data should inspire, not intimidate. Transparent systems empower employees and reduce fear of micromanagement. Also, empathetic communication builds shared ownership of outcomes and fosters innovation. So, how do we implement all this? How do we make sure managerial accounting tools help organization perform better? So we are, let's talk about the action plan. So to implement these ideas, we'll roll out real-time dashboards for cost tracking and key performance indices. Also, conduct training sessions on cost awareness and ethical decision making, and pilot participatory budgeting in one product line refine the process, and scale it company-wide. Also, conduct quarterly reviews to adjust metrics and ensure alignment with financial and sustainability goals of the organization overall. So this phased approach ensures smooth adoption, transition, and lasting cultural change. So the change can be sustained over the long term. In conclusion, managerial accounting is absolutely not just about counting numbers. It's a strategic enabler of growth, ethical leadership, and transparency. By integrating financial insights with sustainability considerations and leadership principles, visionary innovations can maintain profitability, strengthen stakeholder trust, and become a model for values driven business. This approach ensures we are building a financially strong, ethically responsible, and future ready organization. Yeah. These are the references which I have used while creating this presentation. Thank you.